This car's journey already has been absolutely epic, and it's come so far from when I first got it as a crash damaged example. After all this work, it's all going down for one thing, and that's for me to drive the car. But before I can do that, there is 2 jobs which I need to complete. So the first thing the car needs is an MOT in order for me to be able to legally drive the car on the road. But in order to pass that, the car needs to be completed to a certain standard. It needs to have road legal tyres without flat spots like this one has. It needs to have fully functioning brakes and a handbrake. It needs to pass an exhaust emissions test. So that means I've got to make sure the catalytic converters are in place and working properly. It needs properly functioning windscreen wipers. The car needs to undergo an underbody check over to make sure everything in regards to the brakes and suspension is looking healthy. But the main thing that's going to stop us at the moment is the headlights. That's because to pass an MOT test, all of your headlights and tail lights and brake lights need to function properly. And that is going to be the first task for today, getting the headlights in, making sure they work, but because it's my Aston Martin, it's never quite that straightforward. So here we have 2 Vantage headlights. This is the original and this is the new one. We have managed to pick up a couple of storage marks on this one, but I'll easily be able to clean those up. So I know it looks a little bit rough at the moment, but don't worry. And this is the underside of the new one. We've got this from a bloke called Paul Cheeseman, and he's very kindly fitted his own 3D printed headlight repair brackets, which we need to do the same on the old one too. So it's a very common problem on these Aston Martin Vantages for the bottom headlight adjuster bracket to be broken and damaged, and that's why when we bought a new one it came with that. But on my old one that still needs repairing, so after using a hacksaw to try and take off the majority and then sanding it down to be smooth, we could then look at fitting this new 3D printed repair bracket. Now this does come in 2 parts, as it's also very common for the washer jet to be damaged too, but ours luckily wasn't, so we could chop that section off. So once we got it marked where it needed to go, we could then aerodite the new repair bracket onto the headlights, and as soon as that was set, it'd be ready to fit to the car. We actually got our new headlight, the side skirts, and also this repair bracket from Paul at Vantage Parts. And I'm going to leave his links and contact details in the description box if you do need anything for your Vantage. So while we're waiting for the other headlight to dry, I suppose we can get this one on. So on the face of it, fitting these headlights looks super easy. There's 3 bolts that go in, 1 to the bottom adjuster and 2 into our new headlight bar. But there is also some inserts which played a little bit of havoc and I struggled to figure out straight away. We're doing it again. You tried to stop me, but I'm doing it again. Christoph, yeah, I'm doing it again. Well, I know I'm doing it again. I'm doing it again. They tried to stop me, but I'm doing it again. So once we'd figured out how to work those reverse threaded inserts that we were on about in a previous video, we could put the 2 bolts in the front, put the one in that bottom adjuster bracket, and the new headlight was fitted up. One thing that was tricky here is getting the alignment of the headlight right to make sure the panel gap was nice, but I had to check it against another Vantage to make sure that mine wasn't a million miles out, and it was just about right. So there is our new headlight fitted. Now time to fit up our old headlights with our newly fitted 3D printed headlight adjuster bracket. So unfortunately, as I said previously, this headlight has picked up a bit of damage while it's been off the car, but it's something that I can fix. Just a bit of sanding and polishing should get it looking as good as the other headlight. Okay, so the headlights are now fitted, plugged in, and everything is good to go. So now we've got to test them, and I don't dare do it, so I've got my mate Danny sat in the driver's seat. He's going to turn it on for us now. Danny, take it away. Danny, take it away. Danny, take it away.
Question.
What? Where's the key go?
Yeah.
In the ignition.
Where's that?
Normal place.
Oh my god, it's not keyless.
Nope. Danny, take it away. Are they on? Yeah. No, they're not. No. No. Oh no.
We've got a problem.
No. Try starting it. Try starting it. Make sure it's in neutral.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So.
It should be in neutral, shouldn't it?
Yeah. Make sure press N on the dash.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Do you want me to double check it?
Yeah, go on then. I've pressed.
Oh, mate. But there's literally no lights at all, so... Okay. What's it saying? Okay, wait, I'm fine. Danny didn't have the ignition on. Nice one, Danny, nice one. And we've got headlights! What are you talking about? Yes, get in! Danny doesn't know how to turn a car on! Yes! They're looking sick! Give me a flash, Danny. Yeah! Nice! Get in! So, I now have a pretty much complete Aston Martin Vantage with working headlights. Even though Danny can't operate a key, we managed to get them working, so that's absolutely sick. Now, the only thing I'm missing on the front end is a grille, but it's not an MOT failure to not have a grille, so I'm just going to send it without, and fingers crossed we're going to get a pass. But before I do that, this tyre down here has the world's biggest flat spot on it, so we need to take that to be repaired, bring it back, get it fitted to the car, and then take it for a drive. Right, it's the big day. It's MOT day for the Aston. I've got my new wheel with its brand new tyre on, and to be honest with you, I'm in a bit of a rush. We're going to get that wheel on, get some number plates on, and get straight down to the MOT. So back on with our newest wheel and with a brand new tyre, and we've also changed the other front tyre as well, because to be honest with you, it was from 2013, so it's pretty old, but that does convince me that the mileage on the car is genuine if it's still on that tyre, and also the tread was pretty good. So anyway, 2 new tyres on the front, and we're ready to set off for the MOT test. Now, I try not to bang on about this too much, but if you're not subscribed, please consider doing so, and also smash on that notification bell too, because if you get notified about when I upload, that means that you can watch the video sooner, and the sooner you guys watch the video, the more people it's going to get pushed to, meaning that we can make better videos in the future, so it's just good news for everyone. Right, time for the finishing touch, a nice new number plate. UMR Plates has sent this out to us. He's doing you guys 10% off, free sticky pads and free postage using code CHRIS10. So check it out in the description if you want to grab yourself some of these high quality plates. Let's go. I feel like I've done everything now that I can to get the Aston MOT ready. All we've got to do now is go down, and fingers crossed it's going to pass. I'm being hopeful. Hopefully it's not an eventful drive, but we'll see. Let's go. Okay, so first impressions, yes, the tracking's out, but not as bad as what I thought. You know, it's still usable, but yeah, definitely need to get the tracking doing. And apart from that, honestly, it drives really, really well. I'm not hearing any funny noises. It's all sounding good. The steering feels nice and definitely not notchy. But yeah, this gearbox is taking a bit of getting used to. You've really got to let off to change gear, but honestly, apart from that, I'm so impressed. So impressed. It's so comfortable. Honestly, I feel like crying. I feel emotions right now. Honestly, it feels like all my hard work's paying off. I don't want to jinx it, but this car feels wicked. It sounds so good. I said the gearbox is a bit weird and takes a bit of getting used to, but I think that's just how they are. But honestly, I could actually cry right now. This is so sick. So we made it pretty much trouble-free, and my multicoloured Aston Martin drove surprisingly well. So now let's see if it can pass its roadworthiness test, its MOT. So the moment of truth, have I repaired my Aston Martin to a good enough standard for it to go back onto the road? We're about to find out in this MOT test. So in this test, if you're not from the UK, they check multiple things. They check the brakes, they check the suspension, they check the lights, and making sure that the car is safe, not only for the person driving it, but also for other road users too. Along with that, they also make sure that the car has good emissions, and by that I mean that the catalytic converters are working properly and bringing the emissions down to a standard which is acceptable for that car. And the final part is getting the car up in the air and checking over all of the suspension, the bushes, the brake lines and all of these sorts of things to make sure the mechanics of the car are all good. And around 45 minutes to an hour later, the MOT test is complete. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to announce that we have a full pass on the MOT with 0 advisories. How good is that? Genuinely, absolutely chuffed. So now, the tracking needs doing, we need to fit the other tyre, and obviously we've got some cosmetic work that needs doing, along with definitely a service I think is required. So, unfortunately, even though that's a big hurdle, there's still plenty more to go. Right, I'm just editing this video at this point and realised I've lost the footage for the tracking being completed and the aircon, but luckily the aircon system was pressurised so it didn't have a leak, so that means that we could put new gas in it and it was good to go. So we now have cold aircon in the Aston, and also as well the tracking couldn't have gone much better. So here is the sheet from it being tracked. You can see here is the before and pretty much everything is out, and then here is the after, and everything is in to each other side, if that makes any sense, by 0.02 degrees at the very worst. So that just shows how precise they managed to get it, which is absolutely wicked, but also I think it's testament to how straight the car still is. So anyway, that's a big weight off my shoulders. Back to the video. So there we have it, my Aston Martin has now got an MOT, working aircon, is tracking straight and true, and is now a road legal vehicle. But before we finish this video, I've got one more modification I need to do. And that one is in the boot, and it's a super simple, quick, easy one, and that's why I'm doing it at the side of the road. And that's because in this compartment here, there is a fuse box which controls the exhaust valves. So in this boot compartment, it's fuse number 22, which operates the exhaust valve. So pulling that out basically just makes the car in the loudest mode all the time. So now I've removed this fuse from that fuse box in the back of the Aston. That means that the exhaust valves are permanently open, meaning it's always in ASBO mode. How much better does that sound now? It's unleashed so much more noise from the car, and also some pops, bangs and burbles and that sort of thing, which just sounds absolutely sick out on the open road. But that's going to have to be it for this time, unfortunately. If you have enjoyed this video, make sure you smash a like, and if you're not subscribed already, what the hell are you playing at? Smash that subscribe button too, and I'll catch you in the next video.